Live.
Live. Okay. Perfect. There we go.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to my chop shop. But I'm excited to sit down with Pablo today and have a little conversation. It's been a while since we caught up. Kind of ran into each other the other day, so this should be fun.
Yeah, definitely. So, Tyler here, he's got his own YouTube channel. So if you guys want to check it out, a lot of kind of car related stuff and everything. It's E36 Tyler, and yeah, it's pretty cool. He parts out BMWs, just does a lot of cool projects and everything. So we're gonna do a shop tour. He's gonna show us the tools and everything that he uses to do all of that. But
Right.
BMW need good parts. Oh, think the live stream camera froze
Yeah,
on
it
you.
keeps freezing on your end too for me, so I don't know. It's probably just going to be a
Here,
little choppy.
yeah, sorry
But
about that, guys.
hopefully,
Yeah, I guess.
everybody's cool with that.
Yeah, yeah. Right now, it's just stuck, kind of showing the side of you, but oh well, it is what it is. Yeah, my Land Cruiser parts came in today. If you guys want to check that out, we just got nice little, what's it called? Dang, excuse my brother, he's just being loud. My headlight switch came in
There
for my
you go.
Toyota Land Cruiser, so little part number there, OEM stuff. Can't beat that.
Were you able to buy that brand new?
Yeah, Toyota actually makes a lot of brand new OEM stuff for these.
Wow.
For these. What's it called, for these Land Cruisers? Like I got a new side marker light for it, which is nice. I wish a lot of other companies did that for like their classic cars and everything.
You
There's
know,
another
I know
marker
like
light.
BMW, at least with a lot of their stuff, they still do. They sell quite a few things, but again, it's one of those things. It's just how much you want to spend, right? How much money you want to end up spending on that kind of stuff. Because like window seals, I don't even want to get started on window seals, but it's like each side's like $400 for each window, so it really adds up.
Really, four hundred
Yeah,
dollars per side on a window seal.
yeah, and that's like per window. So yeah, it ends up being quite a bit. That's why I think.
That's crazy. Yeah, because like for the Land Cruiser, I got window seals. They're probably like 30-40 bucks.
Oh wow, dude,
Something.
that's so cheap.
It is. Yeah, like this front. I guess they call this the bib light. It goes on the front kind of grill area.
Right.
Brand new from Toyota OEM, and this thing was like, I don't know, $65.
Man, must
Uh,
be nice.
It is. It is. But then some things from Toyota are absurdly expensive for the Land Cruiser. But at least for little stuff like, here's a backup light. This thing I believe was like $60-$70 OEM from Toyota. Not bad. So pretty much what I ordered is just all lights that I needed to replace on it because everything was super faded.
Right.
Front bumper hardware, which that's not OEM, but it's just bolts, so
Yeah.
nothing crazy. But yeah, man. Well, what are you currently up to at the shop? Any projects?
Oh man, there's quite a bit going on here. I'm in the middle of. I'm attempting to repair an E30 dashboard, and I know with your old BMW when you had it, I'm sure you. I don't know if the dash was cracked, but it likely was.
It
Um,
was.
yeah, the dashes are very very expensive for these cars to get one without cracks. So I figured I would take it upon myself to try and repair it. So I got like the padded dash filler stuff and have been giving that a go. But man, it's just been a nightmare. So
Oh yeah, and yes, I was sick. I just woke up. I feel better. I got dehydrated. Yeah, guys, I left early work today. Luckily, Daniel held the fort and picked up my slack. Thank you. um, but yeah, no, the same thing is with the Toyota pickups, like the second gens. The dashes like to crack on them, and you can buy them, but they're really expensive. So people
yeah,
fill them in, do all the paint and everything. The E12 I had, they did it to it, but it just didn't look very good. They
they went ahead and
literally used
repaired it on
glue.
your E28.
My E12, someone before me had attempted to, but
Oh yeah, the
yeah,
E12.
it was they just filled it in, but they didn't sand or paint anything, so I
Oh, I
just kind of
see.
yeah, they did redo all the wood in it, and it looked really nice. Um, just such a sad story of what happened to that car.
Yeah,
Got
I know.
totaled. I wish I'd kept it, but evidently in the end, they couldn't even get $2,500 for the dang thing. And the Toyota that I traded for, even though it was pretty beat up, I was able to trade it for '67 Chevy pickup, and I ended up selling it for like $6,500. So
Right. So you
it
came
kind
out
of
on
took some
top.
steps. Yeah, yeah, and I just for as nice and how well that car ran and everything, but yeah, there was just no it's not really a strong market for the E12s. People don't really like them. If it was E28, that'd be a different story. But the
Yeah.
E12, no one really cares.
Well, I
But
remember when, yeah, I remember when you got rid of that car, and I would see it being driven around town, and I feel like every time I saw it, it would get a little bit worse every single time. Just,
yeah, so Hunting on the channel, he's popped up a few times with his 4x4s and stuff like that. And I don't recall exactly why. I think he just had too many cars, so he had to get rid of that one because feet were too big, the pedals were too close, so it was kind of uncomfortable to drive it. So he sold it to his neighbor, I believe, for like $1,500 on like payments. And this neighbor just completely, oh, all right, have a good one. Day's going pretty well. How
yeah,
about
today's
yourself?
good. Thank you.
Yeah. So he had the car and he wasn't really making the payments on it. Keep in mind, I was like, really? You sold him a $1,500 car on payments? Anyways,
Yeah.
he got like $300 from him the first time, and then he cut the springs on the car. It handled really bad. Um, they didn't fix the motor mount. The car had an issue where the motor mount was worn out. So when you would get on it, the engine would torque up. And I was like, dude, guys, you can like fix this, but they left it, whatever. Um, in the end, we ended up totaling it. His neighbor ended up saying, I can't make the payments on this car and gave it back to him. By then, the car had cut springs. The nice exhaust system I put off was no more. It had some ugly, janky muffler because he wanted it quieter. Well, it was an open diff, so one tire was pretty worn down, and the what's it called? What else was wrong? All the wood trim and everything inside, the guy just like threw all his tools in it and like messed up the whole interior all in like
Yeah.
3 months. Gave it back to him. They're messing around driving it and pulls the e-brake on him. Car slides, hits a concrete retainer wall, and that's it. Done for.
Man,
Totaled.
what? Really?
So,
That's how that car
yep,
went out? I didn't know that.
that was it, man.
I mean, I saw it being driven
Yeah.
around, and like it was, I don't know, that guy, whoever owned it, that I guess presumably the neighbor, whoever bought it, I would see him drive
Mhm.
that thing around, and he would rip that car around town like so fast. I don't know, and then yeah, like I said, every time I saw it, it just got worse and worse. I remember going to your house back in the day, whenever, and I think you were
Yeah.
retiming it or something, and it was a good car.
It was. It was a decent car. It wasn't too bad. It was. You know. It's. Dang, I forgot the name of those engines. The. What is the name of
Was
that
it
engine?
a
I totally
M20 or
forgot.
something? Was it a
Yes,
M20
it
or
was
an
a
M30?
M20. It was a no, I think it was the M30 Euro spec. It was a B something 10-to-1 compression. I mean, you can see the pistons popped up a little bit above the deck. Like, it's a
Yeah,
good, probably crank 215, 220 horse engine.
yeah.
Wasn't bad. It was nice, but yeah, man. Unfortunately, it died, and then the engine ended up being put in weird, an F100 of all things, and
Wow.
he take on it or something because
I
you
mean,
screwed all that. Yeah,
I guess it ended up in something though, right?
it did the engine, but I don't know if it ever ran or anything. I just thought it was
Yeah.
really interesting. Like you put a BMW inline six in an F100 when you could just go get the 300 cubic inch inline six that makes way more torque and is going to work way better in the truck, anyways. But I don't know. But
Yeah, that is a strange swap to do. with
It
really
is.
seemingly no benefit.
Yeah, no benefit at all. See, we've got some
JJ
comments
Pierce.
here. Yeah, hope y'all having a good night. Here we are just kind of chilling after work, just kind of talking and stuff. But yeah, just a little bit of things I got here. I got a new what's it called? Ride plate for the jet ski. I'm gonna go grab that real quick. Actually just came in, so that'll be cool. But yeah.
Turbo Tahoe or V8 S10. I would love a V8 S10. You
Me
know,
too.
I
I
bought
mean,
a car recently, a part out from someone. The last E36 M3 part out I bought. The guy
right?
had I don't know what iteration of LS engine was in the truck, but he had a Colorado. I don't know if you've seen that one at like a Cars and Coffee. It's like a white single cab Colorado, and he put an LS in it with a like fifth gen Camaro dash and everything
Oh wow,
inside
that's
the
pretty
truck.
cool.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, that is neat. Yeah, I mean, between both, I mean, it depends, like if you want a small, sporty, pretty fast truck, definitely the V8 S10. But like if you want something to kind of go toe to toe with like a Trackhawk or something, those Tahoes can be built up pretty nice. I mean, they are bigger though, but I guess it
Yeah,
just really depends what you're trying to do. Either or, I would be like, that's pretty awesome. And then, but yeah, I like it both. I mean, just have both, right?
yeah, dude. I want a Duraburb. Have you seen those?
Yes. So you what? Get your Duramax engine and put it on a nice 2500 Suburban.
I think it would be like that would be the ultimate rig actually because I keep going back and forth. Like I love having the Duramax, but then I just ended up putting a trifold cover on it just to keep everything in the bed covered. So it's like why not get like a Suburban with the Duramax diesel and like merge those two? But that's an expensive and very ambitious project that I'm not ready for. But it would be sweet at one point to have something like that, like ultimate tow rig.
It would now. I don't know if it'd be easier to get the truck, right? The Duramax truck, let's just say, rolled over, right?
Yeah.
Pull all that body off, and then I don't know if that 2500 Suburban body could just go up top with some mods, right? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
I've
not
never.
sure. Oh, and he brings up a good point. He said the 8.1 liter, those 8.1 liter Suburbans, they hold their own, but my God, dude, the gas mileage is like 7.
Yeah, I know, right? And I mean, it's weird how the some people say there's not as strong aftermarket support for those 8.1s, which is kind of crazy because it's just like a big block LS. You would think that.
Right.
I mean, I have seen videos of people doing stuff to them, but maybe just because all the other 4.8, 5.3s, 6 liters are all just so much more common. I
Yeah.
don't know, but those are pretty neat. We have a few that come in to work sometimes for service, and they're just stock and just really clean trucks.
Yeah.
But that
It's
would be
I mean, I
cool.
feel like that's they're rare to come across though. I hardly see them, and then when I see them on Marketplace, people have caught on, and people ask quite a bit for them now. But you used to be able to get them for fairly cheap.
Right, right. Just like anything, man. Like E36s, they were all over the
Right.
place now.
Anything.
Some yeah, yeah. Um, but yeah, no, it's crazy. I mean, even like these jet skis, I was talking to the jet ski guys because I'm very new to this. Like I've
That's a
only been.
huge market though. The jet ski, especially the stand-up ones, that's like a huge market.
Yeah, I mean, so guys were telling me that you used to be able to pick these things up. Like, well, I got lucky. I picked it up for free. But a lot of these $2,000 ones that I saw, um, I was just like, I thought it was freaking crazy. Just when guys were like, you used to pick these up for like 3, 4, $500 all day long. Prices just went up threefold, and that's just kind of with anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see what else. 70s Fords, yes, they did. I had a 74 dent side, and literally the whole side was dented up. Like it got ran against a hillside or something, and I ended up selling that thing for like $5,000. Um, but yeah, just pretty much everything. That guy, are we trans? No, definitely not. I don't know why you're
Not
so concerned
trans.
with, but
There's a lot of
let your
transmissions in here, but there's no trans people to my knowledge. So there are a lot
yeah,
of transmissions though.
yeah. You can let your mind get what's it called? Creative there.
Right.
Anyways, Let's see what. Oh, 49 Fords. Sorry. Yeah, I mean both 70s and 49s. But yeah, no, that's pretty cool. Let's see. Way off topic. Oh, he took off his comment there. Oh well. Sorry, it was the chat above. LOL. I guess I missed that there. Oh well. Just how it goes sometimes. But hmm. Anyways, the jet ski part is here. So with the model that I got, it's a 87 650 SX, and they claim that by changing this ride plate right here that I'm about to pull out, it will eliminate the jet ski from porpoising. So pretty much what happens as there's waves and the jet ski's going, it can't cut through the wave, I guess,
Right.
efficiently. So when it hits it, it leans back and then slaps and does this. Well, that's going to kill your speed. And
That should help. I mean, have you seen those jet boats? Like all those guys building jet boats?
yeah, I've seen a jet boat that was out there. It actually, he almost got stranded. His carburetor, some fitting messed up and started spraying gas everywhere. But yeah, I had like a big block Ford in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, have you? Oh, look, we got freaking Ronnie, dude. He's got a lot of cool Mopars. He's out on the East Coast, bunch of 426 Hemi stuff, early Mopar stuff. Pretty cool guy. You guys should check out his channel as well. Um, but sorry, Tyler, didn't mean to interrupt you there. What were you saying?
No, you're good. I was just talking about those, because you got your stand-up ski there, but I was talking about those, how popular those jet boats are, and people building those. They just take the newer jet ski engines and put them in there. Um,
Oh yes,
you've
yes.
seen those, right?
Yeah, the mini jet boats. So instead
Yeah,
of
the tiny ones, right?
traditionally a jet boat had a big block in it,
Right.
or like Ron said, put a Hemi in it. Now guys, they sell the aluminum
They're those
holes that are
little ones, yeah. But
little.
dude, they are
Yeah,
so expensive.
they are. There's a few for sale right now on Marketplace. I believe they're around. You know what? Here, enough talking about it. I'm gonna pull some up here on Facebook Marketplace, but I
The
believe they're
nice,
like $20,000, man.
yeah, the nice ones are like 15 to 20 grand. Which I mean, I don't know. It's like when someone buys a side by side. Like if you got it like that, I mean, great, buy something like that. But
Definitely.
it's just kind of a toy like that.
Yeah, no, I agree because, to buy the skis, sometimes you got to see what drivetrain's in it because sometimes it's a, pretty expensive ski part. Let's say to get all the parts alone was,
Yeah.
10, 12 grand, the jet boat hull and everything with all the
Yep.
accessories, another five. Them asking, 17, 18, it's not too far off from it.
And then inevitably you put in a bunch of money into fun stuff for the boat, lighting, stereo, that kind of stuff. Like all that stuff adds up. Putting a, like it would be practical if you lived in Florida or whatever and could take it kind of through places in Florida because like that swampland stuff is probably way more fun on like a
Oh,
jet
yeah.
boat. Around here, there's not much to do.
Look, here's example 2024 ADF Fab Micro E boat, and they want the only thing is why wait months? You can grab one over 10 in stock, 1 to 2 month turnaround. So apparently these guys will build it for you because I know the hull by itself is not 18 grand. So that's probably how they just put a price up and then you just kind of pick how you want to build it. But yeah, let's see. Here's another mini jet boat here in Grants Pass, Oregon. These guys are ripping it there. There's a little TikTok video. Look at that. I mean, it's pretty cool, and it's crazy. I believe, like in the 70s and 80s, there was companies that made small, like watercraft like that, um, which is pretty neat. But yeah, there it is, just a mini jet boat, $20,000.
Dude, that's
Here's a little
crazy.
squad. Yeah, no, that is crazy, and it's got 1100 Kawasaki in it.
Yeah, then they all put something like that in there. But then back to what you were saying about your stand-up ski and what'd you call it? Porpoising? Is that what you called it?
Yeah, yeah.
So that I know that those are really prone to that. So I guess you have to design the whole perfect. I don't know. Like you have to be pretty good at that. So and and because those struggle with that quite a bit from what I've seen.
Yeah, being such a small boat in the small hole, and for 20 grand, I mean, you can just buy a full size jet boat instead
Right,
and do what Ron said here. And his buddy's got a 460 Ford. One of his friends has a fuel injected 426 Hemi in it. So I think the value just really isn't there for a mini jet boat because you can spend a little more, or like boats bust down another thousand and just get a full size boat that's going to outperform the mini jet boat. This is just a novelty factor because I mean, you could just ride a jet ski up through those
right.
smaller areas, but it's cool. I mean,
I
it's
think the
different.
appeal is that it is smaller. So like if you do live in more of like a swampland area or just like with tighter rivers or whatever, you could take something like that there. But I totally agree. If you just spend a couple more thousand and get the full size boat.
Yeah, no, I agree. Ron's like, learn to weld, make your own.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, no, that would be pretty cool. But the expensive part itself really isn't even the hole because I think you can buy the. I've seen the holes on the websites. They're like twenty six hundred
yeah, a couple
dollars.
grand.
But yeah, building like a full size jet boat right here. Here's a jet boat for $3,800. It's got a 455 olds in it. Around.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's way out of what I am experienced with. They are very cool though. Jet boats or the mini ones are cool too. I mean, I could never ever see myself investing in something like that, but very cool nonetheless.
Right, right. And like Ron made a comment here, 455 engines, just jet boat requires torque, which yeah, no, definitely makes sense because you shoot in that big old jet of water, all that torque so you can, shoot out of the hole. We
Yeah,
got Huffy turns a wrench. How's it going? Just here talking about boats and stuff. Um But stand up skis, Tyler. I need to get some for Alyssa. Here's two of them for $800. Must take them both. Little assembly required. I don't know if you want to join our little gang, man.
dude, I actually have a well, I have inherited a 90. I don't even know exactly what it is. It's a 90s Sea-Doo Bombarder. Uh,
Really
yeah, it's a sit down, but
nice.
it's two stroke. Things like it's
Yeah, they
fun.
all are.
It's
Does it run?
very yeah, it's a little temperamental right now. Obviously, just need to kind of go through it. But when I have some time, I would like to kind of dig into that. But
Yeah, you should come out with us. We all got wetsuits, so we're gonna keep riding once the winter comes, because
yeah,
Northern California doesn't get all that cold, guys. So little wetsuit and you're good to go.
yeah,
But yeah, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm gonna put this extended ride plate on, and it's made of a composite. Apparently, it's better than the aluminum ones. They say. Again, I'm this company's out of Lake Havasu in Arizona, so there's a lot of jet ski racing and stuff. If you look at the stand up racing in the early '90s, it was pretty neat
yeah.
seeing all of that. But
Huffy
yeah,
turns a wrench. That's like the best. He made the best point right there. That's like so true because I feel like if you own a boat, there's no fun part of owning a boat really. When you're taking it out of the water, having to clean it up afterwards and before, getting ready for the trip and after the trip. But then if you just have a friend, you just go out for the lake day, bring a case of beer, and then fucking go home.
Exactly. No, I agree. I agree. And that's where I picked a stand-up ski. They're
Yeah,
really easy to work on. Obviously, you inherited yours, so no complaints there.
right.
But they're small, easy to work on. Because Alyssa wanted one, and I was like, "Well, why don't I get a sit down?" Well, I can find a sit down for the same price as a stand up. Like the ski you have in good condition running, about $15 to $2,000 is what they go
Yeah,
for. And I figured the only thing is once that Rotax engine lets go, it's gonna be about if it needs any bottom end work, it's expensive because I guess the way the crank seals get pressed in and how the case splits in half, it's a hard process. So you just pretty much buy it new, rebuilt was from what people told me, and they're about $1,200. So I was like, "Ooh, that's quite."
Yeah. I mean, all things considered, though, like whenever you get into a hobby that's yeah, that's still I feel like it's still not as expensive, when you're used to working on your cars and stuff. And same here, it's like $1,200, yeah, but then you think about like car projects and stuff, so much more money.
Yeah, like the cylinder head. So I got my 440 done for the Charger, and cylinder heads alone were like $2,100 for the
Wow,
two heads.
wow,
Like, yeah. Ron could chip in here how much he would spend on a set of heads for his 426 Hemi, but it'd probably be probably double what
yeah,
I
it's
paid.
quite a bit.
Probably. Yeah, it's just how it is. But yeah, I personally would rather have iced coffee.
Me
Just
too. I'm an iced coffee guy or a Red Bull guy. I mean, tea's cool if you're like really sick, I feel like, but I don't know. I'm kind of a caffeine addict.
right. Yeah. um, and then yeah, stand ups are freaking fun. They really are. Tyler, I'd invite you one day. Come out after whenever when I'm out there. Um, Heck, if you're not busy this Sunday, come on out. I'll be out there. Just if you want to try it out.
Yeah,
Um,
we'll have to
you
plan
know.
something. That would be fun. I would actually just like to get my ski going and
Yeah,
join you.
definitely. Which yeah, also I'd invest in deleting that oil pump and just pre-mixing all your stuff because oil pump lets go and well,
Yeah,
yeah, engine goes bye-bye. But
too many monsters. He says he drinks too many monsters, which I 100% agree. When I was younger, I used to collect all those caps. Pablo, you remember that?
yeah,
Remember
dude,
collecting the
freaking
caps?
yeah.
Because
I
I
I
never
never
redeemed
liked
them.
them. I never liked any of the energy drinks, even as a kid, even to this day. Only thing I really drink are yerbas. The reason is that extra carbonation. I feel like it's like double the amount of what's in a soda, and I don't like it.
Yeah, I could see that. I feel like the Red Bull, like, dude, when I have a Red Bull, that thing is like, even though like the small ones, that still is more energy. It feels like than any of the other ones. I don't know.
Super
It ta but
concentrated.
but the monsters are good too. I mean, I used to collect all the caps. I have like
There they
a
are.
ton of them, and I used to like want to, and I never redeemed them. So now I just have all these. Dude, when I was a kid and we used to go camping, I would, and it was like at a KOA or whatever. They'd have like recycling cans. There'd be so many monster cans. My brother and I would go and like rip off all the tabs. Be like, we're gonna redeem these. Never did.
Dude. But makes a great story, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so now I just have all these caps and nothing to show for it, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just kind of how it goes. But quick question. Any chance I know as you're, growing your shop and everything, um, up in Fort Bragg, have you seen any like tool dealers up there, like any Mac, Snap-on, or anything like that?
I think I've seen the Snap-on truck around here, but because it's such an isolated town and there's only a handful of shops, I'm not sure that there's any other tool trucks out here. I think it's just Snap-on. That is the only truck that I have personally seen around here.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah,
I don't know. I see them at by your work all the time, though. Every morning, I see a different tool truck in front of your work.
yeah, yeah. I mean, Snap-on's route is really big because everyone asks, like, "Well, where's your Snap-on truck?" And I'm like, "Well, guys, they got a really big route, and Snap-on. There's three different routes on the road. So there's two trucks, and we're not on either one of their routes. So the truck that comes by to our shop, Snap-on corporate said, since you guys don't have a dealer, you guys have to go through this person for sales, whatever. So they're technically not obligated to stop to our stop because we're not on the route, but Snap-on approved for it to happen. So that's why we see them kind of once in a blue moon. Sometimes they come a lot, sometimes they don't. It just really depends.
Interesting.
But yeah, every time they come though, I do try to get a Snap-on video because I know everybody likes to see the tools. I do too. We get Mac every Tuesday. Cornwell comes every Wednesday. Obviously, then I upload differently, just to
Right.
kind of keep separate. But yeah, that's what we've got. So we pretty much get to try all three. Obviously, there's Matco, but there's only Matco, I believe, right now in Petaluma. So yeah, just kind of how it goes sometimes. Oh, yeah, freaking caffeine that I had earlier, just burping or something. Was just
It's
not feeling it today at
Red
work.
Bull. Red Bull is taking lives. I think that D doesn't that isn't that with every energy drink though? There's like some serious case of people dying, but maybe Red Bull's like the most prominent one because I feel like when you drink Red Bull compared to any of the other ones, it's like you know that I don't know, that one just tastes stronger.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, dude. Those Red Bulls are tough. I don't really, like I said, I don't really consume the energy drinks. Sometimes I only drink coffee when I wake up with a migraine, and I'll take like a
yeah.
few sips out of it, and it goes away. But that's really it. I never just go like, oh my gosh, I need coffee. Usually
Oh man,
I
that
go
must be
down some
nice.
waters. But yeah, and like I don't drink, so Four Loco, yeah, heck no, that doesn't
No,
have to
Four
be with
Loco is a
alcohol.
killer,
That's
man.
disgusting.
Four
That just sounds
Loco
nasty.
no, Four Loco is like I'm in bed for the next 2 days. I just don't drink enough to be like tolerating that.
Dude, that no, right? It's just not good. Got Mac tools for the win. Hubby says just get on account and be a week behind. You can't because they know about that. So you're on auto payments. Plus, I'm not that kind of guy. I have never missed a single payment on a tool truck. Every time I buy it, we agree to the weekly payment. Make sure in my mind you
Yeah.
got that payment, make it. Because so many guys that I've seen that's like, oh, I can't make the payment, this, that, and the other. And it's just like, well, then don't buy the tool.
Well, it's
That's
hard, I feel like, for
simple.
people. I mean, that's the whole I mean, arguably, that's the whole business model, right? I mean, just because people it's hard to control your impulse when you're in a truck like that and you have all these flashy like, you have everything in front of you, and it's easy enough to put everything on a payment plan, so it just adds up.
I mean, but sometimes you have to because it's like, these tools, some of them are really, really expensive. And there's some
Yeah.
certain things that I kind of hold back and don't buy. But like, $800 ball joint set, I can't just buy that all in one go. Like
Right.
it
No, for
just
sure. But
yeah,
when all
that's
that
why
stuff
they
adds up individually and you're making payments on all these individual tools, yeah, then you're getting in trouble.
oh,
So,
definitely. I mean, realistically, I mean, I feel like they would want to have everybody have $1,000 uh, balance and just paying $100 every week, and then they keep buying, so it's kind of
yeah,
fluctuating, and it sits around that 1K. Man, that's just killer money right there, just going in. And there's some guys like that. It just really depends what situation you're in. It's just for the type of work that I've been doing and everything. I'm pretty much got almost everything I need. There's just little bits here and there that I just need to buy, but sometimes like I got a whole ratchet collection. I got like 22 ratchets. I don't really
yeah,
need 22 ratchets, but I like having them. It's just like a hobby, collecting them and stuff. But
for
nothing
sure.
wrong with it because as long as I keep them, for life and everything, I'll use them forever. So it's
Right.
just, guess like few people commented, you need to buy the tool you need, not the tool you want. Because sometimes
100%.
when you buy the tool you want, you don't use it. That's happened to me a few times. But yeah. See Ron here, pay as you go and never owe. Put your money to the side and then buy. That's another good way to do it too. Um, but yeah,
I'm
let's
sure
see.
that there's a lot of advocates for the big brand tool guy or tool brands on your channel, just due to the nature of the tool truck videos and stuff.
Right,
But
right.
I mean, how do you personally feel about Harbor Freight for the most part? I mean,
Oh,
I think we
dude, I have Harbor Freight tools. I mean, my box was a Harbor Freight for the longest time. The only reason I got rid of it is I got an excellent deal on my Maximizer tool cart for sixteen
yeah,
hundred bucks. I
that's
couldn't
killer.
pass on that, and it was like new condition. So I jumped on it and got it because yes, the Harbor Freight boxes are not as good as the tool truck boxes, but
No,
it's okay because they're not trying to be, and the price reflects that. So certain things from Harbor Freight work really good. Like honestly, little knives, scrapers, stuff like that.
yeah,
Like razor blade type stuff. It works fine from Harbor Freight. I run all Icon sockets, and they work.
the icon stuff is awesome.
And it works. Sorry, someone was calling me here on the live stream.
Boxes
Right.
don't fix cars. That's 100% true. Boxes do not fix cars. It's a great point.
Yeah, give me one quick second. I wish I could just on a live stream. He keeps calling me. Anyways, yeah, Harbor Freight. Their sockets. I've had no problems with them, and the price isn't too bad. Got a few of their wrenches. They're not bad at all. Um, like Ron says, starting out with Harbor Freight is fine, and then from there, if it breaks, upgrade it and work your way from there.
One hundred
Because
percent. That is a mindset that I feel like I don't know. I feel like that's a healthy mindset to go about things because again, it's like you buy the tool that you need, not what you really want. But you got a question about heavy diesel world. What do you think, Pablo? Because I really like heavy diesel stuff, but doing the injectors on my LB7 was the biggest nightmare. Uh, but
Yeah,
I like learning, so it was a learning experience for sure. But I like driving diesels because it just makes it easier. I mean, towing cars around and stuff is so much more fun with a diesel. But I don't personally like working on diesels, so I don't have any experience with heavy diesel though.
yeah, me neither. From what I've heard with heavy diesel, a lot of it, it's just, it's heavier, but the shops are equipped for, with hoists and everything to be able to, pull all that stuff apart. Obviously, your tools are a lot bigger, a lot of three-quarter
Right.
drive and maybe even 1-inch drive stuff. So it's different, just a lot bigger. I'm sure there's a lot of things that also with anything that can be a pain to work on, but it's all a learning curve and everything.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, heavy diesels. I feel like the most thing is, I don't know, on those big trucks, you're maybe doing a lot of drivetrain stuff like brakes, wheel bearings, clutches, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But
And I
yeah, I
feel like there's
know.
a lot of fleet work within the heavy diesel. Well, as opposed to just uh, working on smaller cars and trucks.
Right,
If you
definitely.
prefer that kind of work, like in that kind of work schedule, I think that it's probably much easier to get into like a fleet position. I don't know. I'm kind of just talking out of my ass. I've not had experience with it personally, but it's very interesting.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, me neither. I haven't worked on anything big that way, so I'm like, not a whole lot there, but I'm pretty sure. I mean, from what I've heard on videos and stuff that I have watched and everything, they like it. A lot of like Ron's mobile because trucks break
Yeah.
down on the side of the road hauling, and you got to
Right.
go there and fix it up in a pinch. It's just kind
Yeah,
of how
and
it is.
mobile. I mean, that's really cool. I think that that would be such a unique experience to instead of working in a shop all day, every day in the same location. I'm sure mobile adds a little bit of excitement to things, whether it's working on the truck or not.
Yeah, no, I agree, and you get and also equipment stuff too. Because I know one of the guys, his name's Miguel, one of the viewers. I don't know if he's on right now, but he works for a tree service company, so they'll work anything from little F350s, F250s, F150s, the chippers to the bigger boom trucks. I'm sure all their equipment and everything, maybe even like excavators and stuff like that, just kind of working on all the equipment and everything, just all the
Right.
field calls and stuff like that. But yeah, that's what I've heard. Just big money and heavy equipment, and not the trucks. So yeah, there's a guy that was gonna actually do a tour with his setup, but never heard back from him. He messaged me, and he had a big old like F650 service truck, all for working on equipment, all field calls. I believe it was just excavators, bulldozers, just stuff like that for construction equipment. That was pretty cool, but I think maybe he just got busy or something. But that would have
Yeah.
been cool to just see what tools were in his setup. Got someone from Argentina,
You know.
Pablo. How's it going? But yeah, can you see me on my screen? My face is still frozen from when I
Yeah, I
went to
can't
hang
see
out.
you on your screen.
Yeah, that's weird. It just because that guy kept calling me, and I'm just like, what the heck? So I guess I'm frozen there, looking all funny. Maybe
Yeah,
if I turn the camera around, give me a sec, guys.
possibly. That actually would probably
There
help.
we go.
I was gonna show you too. I've had these Pittsburgh sockets since I was in high school, or maybe even before that. And finally, after I don't know how many times I've used the 17, but I don't know if you can see
It
that.
cracked.
Yeah, like a pretty decent crack. But you know what's funny is still just use it, whatever for for lug nuts or whatever. It's all good until I get. Of course, I have other 17s, but like that's kind of just funny. It took a long time for that to break. That's like the only socket I've ever broken, and it lasted quite a while. It's probably I don't
Hey,
know. That socket set was probably $30 back then.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, that's good, man. That is awesome. And like Dylan 73 said here, definitely money, but a lot of fleet positions that don't
Yeah,
pay as well. But getting to more specialized shops, the money is just about finding it. No, I agree. I mean, I would say, I guess, start a fleet position type job to get your foot in the door, and then from there, just kind of work your way up, just like automotive. Because where I'm at's really kind of base of just maintenance and repair, and then from there to specialize. There's a cool Land Cruiser shop I really want to work at, but it's quite the drive, and it's a bummer. But that would be a cool opportunity.
That would be
But
cool.
it happens. But yeah, it's all just Land Cruiser stuff. It's pretty neat. So my
Yeah,
camera's still not working,
yeah, it
everyone.
is still not working.
Let me see. Oh man, this is what I'm gonna end up doing because the Wi-Fi at the house when I'm upstairs in my room, it just glitches and gets really slow sometimes.
You
So
might have to
I
put
don't know.
your for next time. You have to put your phone on do not disturb so nobody can interrupt and call you. I guess.
That's what I'm thinking because that's what really messed everything up.
Yeah, like when you try to decline the call or whatever. But yeah, be wary of Harbor Freight stuff, as I'm sure everybody in this that's watching understands that. But I had a rude awakening with the Harbor Freight compression tester. So got the OTC one now, and results are like 40 psi difference, which is kind of crazy if you think about that. But I'm glad I caught on to it early. So I was like, "There's no way this engine reads as low as it does," and sure enough, the OTC was like way more accurate.
Um, yeah, I don't
So
know why my phone doesn't let me select this Do Not Disturb, and it's like
you gotta go
and
in your,
now
you gotta swipe down onto your control center real quick.
okay, because it's funny. I'm what's it called? My phone was just empty. Go on live stream and it's just like ding 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 ding. Everyone's
Yeah,
calling, just messing, getting this
that's
live
normally how
stream.
it
All
goes, though, right? That's always how it goes.
it is. It is. Let's
I feel
see.
like anytime I'm like really frustrated with a project, and like just something at the shop is happening where it's just taking all my concentration, just group text or something stupid blows up and you can't get to your phone. It's so annoying. Yeah, dude, the camera though, I don't know what happened or how to get that back. I don't own anything Harbor Freight. That's probably a pretty good feeling if you own everything above Harbor Freight. I did score at Harbor Freight yesterday though.
Oh, really? What'd you pick up?
Dude, I got a so I have the Noco boost pack, like the 1,000 amp
Oh yeah.
Noco, which is great for like small stuff. But it wouldn't jump a diesel or like anything like my truck. So Harbor Freight was running that 30% off yesterday, and on all jump starters. And I walked into the Ukiah location and found an open box one. And I asked just like passively if they would apply the discount onto open box. And at first he said no. So I was like, all right, whatever, just like, and I continued shopping. And then when I got to the register, he's like, you know what, man, bring that thing over here. And he scanned it. So I got the open box, which whatever. I mean, I don't hardly ever buy open box anything, but uh, so it was marked down from 170 to 100 for the open box, and then I got a 30% off on top of that. So got like a
Oh
hundred bucks
yeah.
off this thing.
Yeah, I can't beat that. No, that's good. But yeah, Ron has a bunch of Mac tool stuff. I mean, his boxes are just loaded top to bottom. But I mean, he's yeah, it's pretty sweet. One day, right? See, we got
That's
the
right.
Mac shirt on, little Mac hat on. But it's good for the money. Can't deny if the tool gets the job done. I agree.
Yeah, I would say I don't know, but you can definitely, especially using the ratchets. I mean, I know that the Icon stuff has kind of like stepped up their game for Harbor Freight, but dude, when you use ratchets and you really need like you're in a really tight spot, you can tell the difference. It gets pretty frustrating. Um, Even with the Icon, the name brand for Harbor Freight is just like not that great.
Yeah, no, that's where good quality ratchet with low back drag comes in because
Yeah,
you're in
and
that
you
tight
don't really
spot
ever
and you can
notice
just
until you're in
loosen it
that
up. It makes a
situation, or at
world
least
of difference.
yeah, no, seriously, it's like yeah, you're right. A total world's of difference. It's way way better to, I mean, anything just in those tight spaces. It's not worth it to have the cheaper option.
I agree. I agree. Yeah, as of right now, though, what I my apparent experience, my favorite ratchet right now to use with the low back dragging works good at those Z series from Cornwell, 120 tooth. They just work so good, so smooth. I really like them. My second one I really like are the Snap-on Dual 80 mechanism. Works pretty good. Haven't used a 100 tooth yet, but I felt them. I don't know. They felt very clunky, but I don't know. Some people say they break in. I don't know yet. And then I haven't had any issues with my Mac Axis ratchets. I did have one snap on me, the anvil, but it happens with anything. Gets warranted, so
Yeah,
it's all good. But yeah, see Huffy here. Snap-on's his buddy. Mac is hard to track down, and Cornwell's the worst for him. Well, why is Cornwell the worst for you? They just really hard to find, or dealers kind of not friendly? That's one thing that surprises me when guys say they don't have a friendly dealer. It's like, well, how do they sell tools? You know?
yeah. I don't know. That's true. I guess I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I guess some guys will sell tools no matter what, no matter if you're polite or not, or whatever. No matter what the relationship is with the customer, they're still gonna sell tools because people still need the tools at the end of the day. So
Right.
I believe that though, because I mean, there's especially, dude. Sometimes you run into people that are just incredibly rude for no reason, or just not easy to. You're like, you're trying to sell me something, right? You know. So I
Yeah.
don't know. Some
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
I have a question for everybody in this live though, just out of my curiosity, because I haven't used any of the gear wrench stuff, but I was going to ask you, Pablo, what you think about it, just generally speaking, and then everybody in here that's clearly has experience with name brand stuff. Just curious what everybody's opinion is on gear wrench stuff.
I never owned any gear wrench. My dad has, and I just remember in high school using them.
Yeah,
Um, they worked fine. The price isn't super expensive. I know that they have a nicer line of stuff, and I heard their ratchets are pretty good. But they even had a tool trucks for some time, but they ended up not doing it because they're already making good money in the retail locations. A tool truck's kind of more niche. That's why there will never be a Harbor Freight tool truck because some
right.
Harbor Freight fanboys think that there would be a Harbor Freight tool truck, but no, it makes absolutely no sense.
Well, Harbor
Uh,
Freight makes all their money on their membership stuff. I mean, to that
yeah,
I would imagine that that's where the most of their profit is coming from. I mean, their business model is similar to like I don't know, like when you go to Costco, Costco doesn't make any money on what they actually sell. It's the memberships that make some money. So I'd
right.
imagine that Harbor Freight's similar in that way. That yeah, having a I mean I don't know that a tool truck would really work for
Yeah,
them.
no. Yeah, there's a good video. I believe it was like CP the Tool Addict made a video on it. He's like, no, Harbor Freight tool truck. Like, come on, it just kind of broke it down why it wouldn't work. Um, but yeah, that guy's lost. You spend a lot of money on the trucks. He wasn't willing to work with you. If you see anything Cornwell though that you really want, you can hit up Cornwell Scott, and he does drop ship stuff. So it's always an option if there's that
That's
one
pretty cool.
tool that you're interested on. Same for you, Tyler. If you anything like you want a nice, ratchet, the really like the Cornwell ratchets. The Z series 120 tooth, they work pretty good. But yeah, just kind of,
Yeah,
seems like you always.
I need to update or up my tool game in general, but it's just funny with the nature of what I end up doing here at the shop with the part out stuff. Like because it's just me and it's at my own pace, and as long as I'm making money, it's just weird because it's like, of course, I have to budget to put all this money into the shop, and money has to go in different places at different times. But I do need to update my tools. It's just with the part out stuff, like I don't know. There's less precision, I guess you could say, in parting out cars. Um,
Right.
so it doesn't like scream the need for super precise tools, even though, of course, I would love to have them. I feel like it's not as crucial as to say something like you're doing maintenance and people are coming in every day. And I don't know. Yeah, I guess when you get to, I don't know, when I part stuff out, like, doesn't really matter because I don't make my money until the stuff is sold, anyways.
Right. And I mean, you're dismantling the car and selling
Yeah.
the part, not really, I guess, repairing it and putting it back on the road. So
Yeah.
makes sense. I get where you're coming from. It's just where your shop is at right now and everything.
Yeah.
You're just like not yet in the budget. Something for the future, but you know. No, it makes
Well,
sense,
yeah,
the
I mean, you know how
priority
that goes
level.
though. The budget always like there's
Yeah.
always a budget, but then the budget turns into like other stuff that the shop needs. So, um, yeah, it's a constant like uphill battle, but it should all be worth it, once because a lot of the stuff my motto is always like buy once, cry once. But when I first got into working on stuff, of course, Harbor Freight was like the place to go because like I think I don't know, like 15 or something, 15, 16. Like I didn't have any money. So it was like Harbor Freight was the spot. So now as time has gone on, yeah, it's like just invest in something once and then you don't really have to buy it again because that's the most frustrating thing ever is when you just end up having to go buy the nicer thing after the cheap thing fails.
Yeah, yeah, and then, Ron here. Yeah, definitely look around estate sales and find used deals on stuff because there's still warranty on it. And yes, in California. Tyler and I went to elementary and high school together, and we used to be neighbors as kids in a small town, but
Right.
up in Northern California. But we're gonna do a shop tour. He's up in Fort Bragg, so we're going to do a cool shop tour of his shop, the part outs. Show his YouTube channel and everything, and do a toolbox tour and everything. So you guys stay tuned. I guess it's gonna be shop tour, tools and equipment, and do a cool thumbnail and everything, and it'll be awesome. So you
I'll be
guys stay
very
tuned for
brief. I'll
that.
be very brief.
Brief. No, I mean not like go in detail. Like I almost did an hour tour of my little cart.
Yeah.
Just always cool. Just kind of go into it and everything.
The
But
shop is like a bomb went off in it right now because it's the end of the day. But yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's how it goes. I know right now I'm just like, oh man, today at work I woke up, kind of had a migraine, go work on my first car, get it done, and I just started feeling like all nauseous and stuff. Went, got some food. Yeah, it didn't stay in me. Went home, went to sleep. Just woke up like an hour ago and feeling okay, but I'm just like, it always happens when this temperature change.
That's
Cold
true.
nights, hot days, just doesn't mix well with my head. But yeah, I am close to. Yeah, no, it'd be like an hour and a half, if not even that. Well, depends how fast you drive on 128,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
But yeah, I'll be heading up there soon, and I don't know. Be cool to do a jet ski video, Tyler, because it's like you got your on the stand up. I still haven't set up my GoPro and everything, but it'd be pretty cool out there. Lake Sonoma is so much fun.
I know, and that's like in my backyard when I live in, back in the hometown during the week for everything
Yeah,
during the week. Yeah, that's like 10 minutes away from me. I
yeah.
don't have my ski here or anything, and I mean, I'm still waiting to get it, and it's in Lake County, so um,
Oh,
that
okay.
project's a ways out. So, but I would still like to come check it out. I got a 360 camera for the YouTube channel. I just have never figured out to use it, so I gave it to a buddy to figure out how to use it for his stuff, and then he's gonna show me.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I want to get one. That would be pretty cool. I don't know if I could like strap it to my back, and you can get like a view of me
Yeah,
like
you just
on.
put like the pole behind you, and then
Yeah.
I mean that would be pretty cool for jet ski stuff. That would be really cool.
No, that would be awesome. But yeah, just kind of how it goes. There's Hemis to buy. All right, Ron,
All right,
you have a
man.
good one. But yeah, I think for us too, I'm kind of gonna have to go get some food or something so I can kind of just start feeling a little better. Tyler, on the live, just us kind of chatting it up and everything.
Yeah,
You know, you guys stay tuned. We're gonna do a cool.
yeah, that would be really fun. Yeah, just let me know and let's lock that in. That would be super cool.
Yes, no, definitely. And then, oh, before I go, hey, how's it going, Haywire? Haywire RC. We're just here chatting it up, just stuff like that. Probably wondering why I haven't uploaded in a while. I am working on one. I bought a Max Traxxas Slash, but the motor on it went out during the review,
No
and I'm still
way.
waiting for the warranty one to come. So stay tuned. That video will be out. That was my current project, but my motor is now two 2 months that I've been waiting for it, and apparently it still hasn't shipped. Um, can you guys see me?
No, this has been the ongoing issue ever since you had to decline that call.
Freaking people. But yeah. So sorry, guys. Maybe I can next time maybe do it downstairs where the internet's a little bit better. But yeah, our C car video will be out soon. Then we got a little micro B I got Alan for his birthday, so you guys stay tuned. We'll have a little video on that. But yeah, Tyler, I don't know if you know, is the channel. I just kind of upload like, hey, we're gonna do an RC car video. Hey, we're gonna do a jet ski video. Hey, here's a toolbox tour. You know,
I mean,
on
it's
top
great
of
though because then you can have different content. I mean, which is pretty awesome, and especially when people watch all different forms of content, I feel like that's kind of the hardest thing to achieve. But it's nice because it keeps it fresh to make videos. You're never like, I mean, it would be harder to be burnt out if you're constantly making videos on different things. Where as making videos on the same thing all the time gets a little bit redundant. I feel like for people, they notice that too. So
right, yeah, yeah, because I pretty much stay with the tool truck schedule, and then the rest is just open canvas. Put
yeah,
whatever I want to do, like that Corvette video, little walk around my. But yeah, it's Pablo's garage. Anything can happen. A sock review, yes, Tyler. I reviewed socks. They didn't go very well. People thought it was really dumb. I agree. They
hey
said, please
man,
don't do an underwear review. Yeah, I know. I guess just trying things out, right?
that's right. You got to see what sticks. I don't know. Maybe there's a huge demographic or audience um, for people out there that want to see Pablo doing sock and underwear reviews. So
Oh man,
exactly.
yeah. But all right, everyone. It was super cool hanging out with y'all and us chatting. I wish today I didn't feel as sick, but it happens. So, all right, everyone. Stay tuned and please make sure check out Tyler's YouTube channel,
Appreciate it. Thank
E36
you.
Tyler. Here, real quick, let's pop up his channel here on the computer because I'm always a But wait, you guys can't even see me.
No, it's all
Hold
good.
up. Maybe I can. Maybe I can. Give me one sec. Hey, you know what's crazy? On my computer, I'm signed into my YouTube account and it says I'm live. Can I like click on it and see myself? Just
Crazy.
kidding. It's gonna start making weird noises. So here it is, E36 Tyler. Um, actually,
We can't see.
he's got his E36 streetcar build. So you guys check it out. Drifting, truck reviews, car reviews. Tyler even had a Forerunner at one point. A lot of cool stuff there. Very quality content. Just nicely done. But you guys go check out his channel right there. Can you see it, or is my screen
No,
still black?
it's still black.
Oh man.
It's all good.
Yeah, guys. Just type E30. See his nice purple M3 as the thumbnail
Thank you,
picture.
Haywire RC, for checking it out.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, you too. Let's do it
I'm
again
gonna go
sometime.
get some
Hopefully,
like
you can
noodles or something.
come out to the shop soon. All right, man. Take it easy. Yeah.
Hell yeah, let's do it. All right, you have a good one.
All right, you too. Thanks, guys.